Hi YouTube, I'm Dave and welcome to my backyard garden. Since this is my first YouTube video, I want to give you an overall tour of my garden, then I'll show you how I harvest my garlic that I planted back in November. Now just so you know, I started harvesting about 2 weeks ago, just so I would have different stages for video for you today. A little info about myself: I've been gardening about 10 years. I haven't always been organic. That's developed naturally as the garden grew and expanded. Today I do make and use my own compost, vermicompost, and biochar. For weed control, I mulch heavily using yard clippings, straw and hay, most of which I get from my neighbors and local community. I'm as organic as I can be, and there's always room for improvement. So here we go. I hope you enjoy the tour. Alright, so this is the view of the garlic bed. As you can see, the garlic's coming out, and I'm succession planting pumpkins for the fall crop. I have three kinds: Music, which is the one that has already come out, Romanian Red, and Berkshire. Okay, this is the little strawberry bed, little 4x4 bed. Now we're coming into the backyard. A little 4x4 bed of white onions. Now the bed's increased to a 4x8. Those are reds, followed by another 4x8 bed of yellow onions. Now the 4x8 beds have about 100 onions in them each, so I got a really good crop of onions. We chop them up, we freeze them, we use them all year long. Now the tomatoes here on the end, I have a cherry. The one in the middle is a big Belgian, and then the one on the end is a mortgage lifter. I didn't have time this year to do seedlings, so I bought these from a local nursery. Around the front, on the sunny side, I have 6 San Marzano. They're a plum tomato, and they're right here, and they're coming in nicely. As you can see, even the mortgage lifters, we got green ones on the bottom here. So the tomatoes are coming in nice. As you can see, I use wood chips to mulch the walkways, and I use grass clippings and leaves and hay to mulch all the other beds. Next bed, I have hot peppers. I have 6 cayenne here on the end. I don't know if something's eating this one. Maybe I'll put a little mesh around it. After that, I have 4 hot cherry peppers. The cayennes I dehydrate and make my own cherry pepper. The cayennes I dehydrate and make my own crushed red pepper. And the cherry peppers we can and have all year round. I have a single jalapeno bush. They're great to put into tomato salad and just nice to have around. Brings us into our cucumbers. These are the pickling cucumbers, and they're coming in like gangbusters. I have them all over the place. Some here, there, there. So they're doing great. They love this little spot. I keep having to add more uprights for them to grow on, but they're doing fantastic. Next I have my bush beans. I have them fenced off here because we have rabbits in the area, and they'll eat these down to nothing. And the beans here on the inside, they're doing great. And followed right by my zucchini plants, and I have to have some zucchini going in there. Some little one in the back there, so they're doing good. The next 4x8 bed and the last bed is the asparagus, and they're coming in nicely. I let them grow out this year, and this bed's been around for 5 or 6 years. And right at the end here, hidden in the corner, that's my compost pile. This is the first compost pile before I turn it. And I do various flowers. This year is zinnias. I had some extra pumpkins, so I planted them in the flower bed also. And as you can see, I mulch, very little weeds. And that's pretty much the overall view. As you can see, it just goes right down the side of the fence, not taking up too much room. I have plenty of backyard to use. There's my little fire pit. I do biochar in there too. Maybe I'll do a little video on that. And then we come up to the house here and we have our basil and our parsley. And again, this is really the only place I don't use organic mulch. I use the black plastic here. When I use the mulch and the compost here, the bugs got a little crazy and with the door here. So we just use the black plastic here. Like I said, be as organic as you can be. Don't kill yourself. Well, that's the overall tour of the garden. And we'll start with the harvesting of the garlic now. When harvesting your garlic, do not just pull it out of the ground. You could damage the outer layers, and this would affect drying times and storage durations. As you see in the video, I'm using a small garden fork to loosen the ground around the garlic first, making it easy to remove the whole plant. Then gently knocking off the dirt without damaging the head. Sometimes the dirt clumps up around the roots. This can be broken up by hand and knocked loose also. Once you've removed all your garlic, let it sit in a well-ventilated area out of direct sunlight. Full milk crate and all this garlic. Now I'm going to bring it over to the drying table. I'll take care of what's there and I'll replace it with this. So this is what we just pulled out of the garden. This is drying. We're going to turn this into these. Alright, so a quick video on the garlic. Cut the stems off about 2 inches up. Same thing, you cut off the roots, not too close, you don't want to damage the garlic. Just wipe off the dirt now that it's dry. You can peel off one layer, maybe two, but you want to leave the coating on. That's it. And we keep going. Okay, this is the garlic harvest. It's about 42 heads. The biggest one was 4 ounces. Came out to about an average of 2.7 ounces per head. Here's the garlic bed. It is now a pumpkin bed. So this is succession planting. Pull something out, put something in. You noticed I mulched, fresh mulch. It's hay, grass clippings, and some bush clippings. Run through a mower. That'll keep the weeds down. And that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed the tour of the garden.